Hello and welcome back to Turtleneck News. Today we'll be talking about a few problems and interesting stories going on in the glorious country of the United States of America.
There's been a couple of issues concerning equal pay lately. We've got a couple of companies lined up to talk about that. We also have someone who's been having trouble with the IRS.
Our first topic today is equal pay. First, what's equal pay?
Well, equal pay is the belief that when you're doing the same job, you should be getting the same amount of pay. This can be in the context of both race and gender. There's been a time when women were just not paid equally as men.
So you're saying some people get paid less just for being who they are? That's kind of messed up.
Yeah, it is. Even though stuff like Equal Pay Act and maternity leave have been put in place, the fact remains that women are paid about 82 cents for every dollar a man is paid. That adds up a lot over time.
Our first witness account is ready. We have Blake Rawls on the ground interviewing someone who gets paid less than their coworkers just for being a woman.
Thank you, Nathan. Blake on the ground Rawls here, and I'm here with Allison Vaughn, who works upper management at the WWE clothing company. She gets paid around $88,000 a year, while her male coworkers are paid $120,000 a year. What do you have to say about that, Allison?
I work in a cubicle for 11 hours a day, and I don't get many breaks. If I do the same work as my male coworkers, I think I should be paid the same amount. I moved here from Croatia, and this is the only job I could find.
Wow, that sounds pretty tough. Have you tried talking to your boss about it?
I would, but everyone who tried to ask him has never found him.
Sounds like a protest is the best way to solve it. If you get enough support behind you, your wages could go up.
That sounds like a good idea. I may still be getting paid relatively well, but being paid less just for being a female is plain wrong. I do just as much work as my colleagues.
Well, thank you. And thank you for your input. I hope that you get it worked out and know that you're not alone, though. There's a lot of people out there that need a little extra cash in their pocket.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Nathaniel.
Okay, we're rolling. Okay. That's horrible. Really horrible. It makes me feel emptier than the local Bass Pro Shops after I win the Mega Millions. I hope Miss Vaughn can get that all sorted out.
Yes, all throughout history, equal pay has always been a concern for all that are involved. It's been getting better, but there's still problems like this going on all over the world.
In fact, based on current wage gaps, women lose $407,000 over 40 years in wages. For Latinas, it's about 1.12 million, and for black women, it's about 944,000. Think about all the support women are losing when equal pay is not in place.
Before we continue on to our next story about equal pay, let's have a quick word from our sponsors.
Hello, I'm Todd, founder and CEO of Hamrock, the finest motorized hammock rocker on the market. Have you ever been trying to just hang out in your hammock and have a good time, but there just wasn't enough motion to the ocean? Well, here at Hamrock, we've found a solution to your problem. Here's our Hamrock Model A. Now, all you do is you attach it to your tree, and then you put whatever you use to attach your hammock through the hole in the box, and then you press the button on the side, right here, and it shakes your hammock for you. Hamrock will satisfy all of your hammock needs and desires, and that's a guarantee from me, Todd, to you.
Hamrock.
Next, we'll be interviewing Todd Hamrock, the CEO of Hamrock Incorporated, a man who does pay his employees equally.
Todd, welcome to the studio. Thank you for coming to Turtleneck News.
Hey.
What's up?
So Todd, can you tell us a little bit about your company and yourself?
Oh, definitely. My name's Todd Hamrock. I'm 33 years old and I live in the northeast section of California. I'm not married. I work as the CEO and founder of Hamrock Incorporated, and I get home every day by 8 p.m. at the latest. I'm in bed by 11 p.m. and make sure that I get 8 hours of sleep, no matter what. After having a glass of warm milk and doing about 20 minutes of stretches. Before going to bed, I usually have no problem sleeping till morning. I wake up without any fatigue or stress in the morning. I was told there was no issues at my last checkup, and I take care not to trouble myself with any enemies, like laws and the IRS. That would cause me to lose sleep at night. This is how I deal with society, and I know that is what brings me happiness. Although, if I were to get into a lawsuit, I wouldn't lose to anyone.
Well, that's nice, but can you talk about your company? How and why do you pay your employees equally all the time?
Well, for one, I do have access to extra funds, which allows me to pay my employees both well and equally. I believe in gender equality because I grew up with two moms in an apartment in Southern California. I also went to an all-boys school, so I know both genders really well. I'm really open-minded and loosey-goosey, and if I were to pick my favorite quality about myself, it would be my humility.
You know, it's great to see people like you, Todd Hamrock, who really respect their employees and pay them all equally. You know, Todd, the world deserves more CEOs like you. So, Mr. Hamrock, I must know, is the workplace generally happy and efficient?
Yep, that's what you would expect when you're not suffering from a crippling wage gap. If you treat your employees with respect and reward them appropriately for their hard work, you'll generally have a much better time running your business.
Well, thanks for that very interesting interview, Todd. As he leaves and as we prepare for our next topic, let's have another word from our sponsors.
Nice.
Then we have the lovely Ham.
Do you owe more than $10,000 to the IRS? Do you know your rights? Well, we do! We're the IRS Bros!
If you owe back taxes, have years of unfiled returns,
Call 1-800-IRS Bros! We'll stomp on your debt. We'll spit on your debt. We'll kick your debt. And we'll chop your debt into pieces! So call 1-800-IRS Bros!
Next, we'll be talking about the IRS. First, let's discuss what the IRS is.
Okay, so the Internal Revenue Service is a government agency. Its job is basically to collect income and employment taxes, process tax returns, and enforce tax laws. You can call them the taxman of the government. They're responsible for most of this income.
And they have a pretty simple mission: to provide America's taxpayers top quality service by helping them understand and meet their tax responsibilities, and by applying the tax law with integrity and fairness to all.
We'll be speaking to a woman we found outside of my mom's house, who happens to be in debt to the IRS, Jaden Munin.
Thank you for joining us today, Jaden. Thank you. How exactly did you fall this far?
It all started when I failed to file and pay the taxes I owed. I got a bill and a letter from the IRS. The penalties started building up interest, and they were even able to take my stuff.
Sounds like they got a legal claim to your assets and levied them.
Yeah, I'm even under the threat of spending 5 years in jail for tax evasion.
Well, don't forget, they'd rather not throw you in jail. They just want the money you owe. And, a moment, we're getting a phone call.
Sorry about that. Nothing important anyway.
As long as I'm not behind bars, I'm happy.
The IRS sure aren't, with you or with us.
Well, that's been an interesting segment. Thank you for joining us, Jaden, and I hope you can get that all sorted out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Nathaniel, we sure have met quite a few interesting characters today, haven't we?
Yep. Also, if you see Todd Hamrock in public, please tell the police he belongs in jail. We are not affiliated with Hamrock Incorporated in any way, whatsoever. As well as that, we've launched a crowdfunding campaign. If you have maybe a dime or $500 to donate, please give it to us. We need a new studio. We need food other than cup ramen.
See, I invested thousands of dollars into the stock market under Cisco. I've lost so much money.
Also, Caterpillar Incorporated is useless. Do not invest in them. We're not affiliated with Caterpillar
In
Incorporated.
any way.
No, in any way. Yeah, Mom? Anyway, hope you have a good night and join us next time on Turtleneck News.
Where we'll be hearing about stories on puppies, as well as child labor unions,